Yo, 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 what up, man? This your boy, MadMike.
And it's your boy, OGVybe, and welcome to 2010 News.
Yes, sir. Welcome to 2010 News. And in today's news, real quick, we got TikTok, man. Let's talk about that, man. I mean, how you feel about TikTok? Not really possibly. I mean, it's looking like it's really gonna end. If you guys aren't informed, basically we're waiting on the Supreme Court to either put a law in place that pushes it back or sells the company. And it's not looking too well for us, man. What you think about it? Have you been up on this?
Yeah, I've been up on it, bro. So basically, from what I understand, the reports that's been coming out and stuff like that, they're saying the Supreme Court seems to be upholding
right
the ban. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the way it's looking right now, seems like TikTok might be going dark on the 19th.
And I mean, before we talk about what this means, I'm a little bit confused because I remember just about 2 weeks ago, they were saying that Trump had pushed it back, or they agreed on a law that pushed it back.
So Trump did, sorry for cutting you, but Trump did mention something about them pushing it back, and once he get into office, he would, decide what to do next. But it seems like the Senate or the Congress, they're trying to go forward with it. They're not really worried about what the president.
So let me ask you this: what do you think about what this means for us, man? I mean, I know to a lot of people this may not seem like news, especially people that's not really tapped in with TikTok. But if you guys don't know, people have been making millions off TikTok. Millions.
Yeah, man, that's the part about it. Me personally, I post some stuff on TikTok. I've been on there, but I never really invested a lot of time on the platform like that.
Right.
But a lot of people have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And make a lot of money. Like, there's people that literally, that's their income.
And they're using it the right way. Like, they're literally paying for promo,
yeah.
Getting the followers, getting the likes, and it's paying. And it's a significant amount of people. I think it's going to be like millions of jobs literally lost.
I feel bad for those people, bro.
And it's so crazy. Me too, man, because I think of all the social media platforms, TikTok pays the most. And it also pays, you know what I mean? Like, it's more accessible. It's more people being paid by that.
And the algorithm, it has a pretty good algorithm as well.
Right, the algorithm is way better.
Pretty good chance your content gonna reach a wider audience. Compared to like an Instagram or Facebook, TikTok definitely holds the throne on that. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's gonna be devastating for a lot of. Personally, me, it's not gonna be devastating for me because obviously I don't really make a lot of money on TikTok like that. But there's a lot of people. There's folks that I actually know personally that makes a lot of money on TikTok, and I feel bad for them.
Before we move on, I do want to throw in and say that TikTok, the significance of TikTok, it's not the same thing as Instagram and Facebook in the fact that Americans have chosen that platform to kind of expose truth on. So part of it kind of seems like, because if you're watching, and I watched the court proceedings, and what they're trying to say is it's a violation of our First Amendment to remove it, and I agree with that.
I do, but there's the other side where they're saying there's a threat to national security. So what they're saying
it's
is
not owned by us.
Exactly. So they're saying that China has access to all our personal data, our keystrokes, our names, date of birth. And for some reason they're saying that's could be bad for us, but I'm not sure. I don't really understand how that issue, because other platform do take the same data and information.
But I think about this, and man, dang, that's so crazy. You said the exact same thing I was thinking. I'm thinking that basically what they're saying is if a foreigner has our information, then they can come over here and do what we're doing to ourselves, scam our name, take our name, start businesses under our name, buy stuff in our name, or use our personality or our persona as them.
And I think one of the concern too as well is they're saying like influencing like the political system. So like if we have an election, they can impersonate people.
Now watch this. This is where we lead to the other side a little bit. While they can be impressionable upon voters, TikTok is also, and what I appreciate TikTok the most for as well, is being a place where people tell the truth. I've learned a lot on TikTok.
A lot, bro.
Even as it relates to American history, the way money is being ran, cryptocurrency. Everybody kind of chooses that platform to spill the beans, if you will, or put people on, tell people secrets.
I agree.
And that in itself, to me, makes it worth saving. Because I'm telling you, man, I done read a lot of the Hebrew Bible from the app. People actually saying, hey, yo, no, this is what's been hitting. And I feel like maybe there's a chance that the American government is mad about that. It's too much information getting out.
From what I understand from the American government, man, like it's a lot of secrecy. They don't want the general public to have access to a lot of the information, and TikTok allow people to speak their mind freely. And I think, and also too, Meta, Facebook, they hate that. Meta was a big part of the whole cover up the vaccines and stuff like that. Censorship and all that.
Watch this. I'm glad you talked about Meta, because as a result of this, now watch this. If the things that's been happening on TikTok and the information that's been given is not true, why would they be fighting so hard? Like, now you got Zuckerberg in the news saying that he is going to enable free speech,
which is crazy. I don't understand
on Facebook and TikTok, and I'll explain it to you. He realizes that his competitor, because a lot of people don't use Facebook and Instagram.
Facts.
A lot of people that use TikTok don't upload there anymore. While they still may have an account, they don't really upload on those platforms anymore. And what he's trying to do is pander to the population by saying, hey, look, y'all can post y'all conspiracy theories. Y'all can post y'all conspiracy theories here now. Y'all can put the truth on our app.
Crazy.
We're gonna let y'all have free speech again.
Doesn't make sense.
What the hell?
Like, bro,
where did it go in the first place?
It's confusing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically, that's admission. Like, you took it away. You took it away from us in the first place.
Because guess what? He's been selling our information, like you said. He's been selling our information as well for years to China, to Russia. This has been happening. So it's almost like he's trying to get on top of, and I don't know, man. Everybody calls me a conspiracy theorist, but it's so funny how now that this is ending, now he's all in the news exposing what the president asked him to do.
It's common sense. It's common sense. Why you wait until now? Like, why didn't you do it?
Because he's trying to make sure you get that bread when they end. By offering the same service that they offer.
He said something very interesting recently in the Joe Rogan podcast that he did, right? He was like, we're going with the political, basically the will of the people. So basically what he's saying is Trump supporters want free speech.
Yep.
So now he decided to go with that narrative.
Now, what does that mean? He's going to try to make it like X, Twitter is porn. X, you can watch anything on X, bro.
He did also say like, we're gonna implement features that Twitter have, like community notes, and stuff like that. But why didn't you do that?
And why didn't you do it years ago? By him saying, now we're gonna allow y'all to say what y'all want and post what y'all want. I remember a time on Facebook where you couldn't even post a picture of a gun and it will flag it automatically. And so what he's saying is now he wants to be more like TikTok, wants to be more like X in order to get the users back. Now that X,
I'm not buying it, but look, so I'm not buying that, but whatever.
So look, what you think going to be the predecessor? What do you think is going to be the next move, the next app we use? I mean,
the next app, Fanbase.
Fanbase sounds good.
I heard about Fanbase. That's one of the app that I've been looking at a lot lately. Actually, we started the Twin 10 podcast started posting on there.
Yes. Yes.
Pretty good platform. They have a lot of different features that will be beneficial to what we got going on.
Yep.
You get paid. It's not free, so you don't have to have a whole bunch of followers. You can really post on there, get your little fan base, and they will support you. Mm-hmm. So I do like Fanbase, and it's also black owned.
Shout out to Isaac Hayes III.
Yes.
It was started by Isaac Hayes, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look this up. I don't want to seem a professional, but is this the same Isaac Hayes that was the singer? That's the voice of Chef on South Park. His father.
Hey, we got to dig a little deeper.
Hey, that's our homework. Look,
we're gonna do some homework on that.
I didn't even look that up, but yeah, man, it being black owned is great. I think that one of the best outcomes that's gonna come from this is because they're saying that we can get paid easier instead of having a certain amount of followers. It's literally like based off likes. It's based off views.
And what I like about Fanbase as well, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they have an algorithm.
Right, the algorithm is not set yet.
It's like you post and your followers see your post.
So what I would say to the 2010 community, to everybody watching,
check out Fanbase.
Look, at least try it out, man. Upload your TikTok content to Fanbase as well. Oh, they also have a bridge where it's easy to post.
I was about to say that. Actually, so Fanbase had this feature.
Yeah.
Sound like we were selling Fanbase right now, but no connections. We literally
we're not
experiences only. No
this
sponsors.
Is literally something we want to try. We're trying to find out what's the next step.
So they have a feature called like a migration feature.
Really? Yeah,
so
I saw
they
that.
could actually migrate your content from different platforms onto their platforms.
I saw that.
So you guys should look into that.
Let's try it, y'all. Let's try it. And if anybody got a better idea, bring Black People Meet back and give us a TikTok feature. So next
let's move on.
The news, man.
Got snow.
The snow, man. The snow in Atlanta. And if y'all don't know, we are in Atlanta. And so I do want to ask my co-host, how was your week of snow, man? How was your weekend of snow?
It was exciting. You know what I'm saying? Being from Jamaica, right?
Right.
I'm not a big fan of the whole cold stuff, but I'm like, if it's gonna be cold, make it pretty.
Right.
Give me some snow.
And one thing it's beautiful. Have you experienced snow like that?
Since I've been here?
Yeah. In America, really.
I was I have. Back, you remember that time when everything shut down?
Yes, bro. 2016.
Yeah, that was my first time experience, actually.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Bro, look.
That was my first time, and it was bittersweet because at the time my stepmom, she got stuck for 6 hours on the highway.
Yeah. Listen, that first time it happened, and I'm going to explain this in a minute, but that first time that it happened, it took me 8 hours to get from here, literally here in Mableton, to Sandy Springs.
8 hours.
Which is a 25-minute ride, 23-minute ride. It took me 8 hours, bro. And the reason why was because the same thing they did this time, my experience, because I also do like ride share and stuff.
Okay.
My experience, they didn't even put down no salt whatsoever. We
don't have the infrastructure for it.
They didn't clear the streets until after the snow fell. and what happened in 2016 was they gave our salt trucks to help another state, and then
wait, did they gave it up before or during? It was
literally like it was right before
right before they gave it up.
The mayor sounded like maybe a week or two right before the
storm hit.
Yes, he was like, "We're not gonna need it. Yeah, we got a winter storm coming, but we're not gonna need it." And they totally slept on the fact that it was gonna snow here, bro. And that's why we were all stuck on the highways. That's why cars was flipped over. I seen a bus on its side. Because we had to park the car to finish getting to our destination, to Sandy Springs, and we walked past a bus that was on its side in 2016.
That was irresponsible.
So I thought they were going to do a lot better this time. Last week, I thought they were going to do a lot better. And bro, I promise you, I was on the roads. I'm doing rideshare during the day. They literally did not put an inkling of salt on the road.
Yeah, I did not see
until after the day it was snowing. After we already had 2 inches, then they had to go back and clean the roads, bro. So we all sliding around, and I mean, look, we got some videos worth reacting to this.
Yeah, it was funny.
Atlanta made the most out of it.
What I could say though, like it wasn't as bad as 2016. You know, it was pretty straight. It was cool
because they actually saved enough to clear the roads a day. But that first time, bro,
it was bad. It was horrible.
There wasn't no clear.
But anyways, let's get into these videos.
Let's see.
These funny videos.
Let's see.
Atlanta is not a real place.
Atlanta is not a real place.
Let's go.
Let's check it out. Bro, look. This video here, they were doing a Jeezy the Snowman contest. He's trying to find who won. Heard the streets hungry. Well, it's dinner time. So if you go to Jeezy the Snowman page, he's saying, I'm trying to find y'all. I need help picking the first. This is number 2.
What the fuck?
Bro, look at this. That looks just like the album cover. Know some real niggas that claim the same thing. Wow. They don't want war, these niggas won't.
Pretty creative, I can say that.
Bro, you can't even give us snow, bro. You can't
give us. We gonna act up. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, we're going to act up.
We rollin' fat like that Oprah bitch. Color purple, all we smoke is that purple shit. See the red dogs run like black cats. Cost to work, but I'm holding on to my strap.
So he's trying to get everybody to vote on who they think was number 1. But Atlanta really got snow. Look at this. I got something else for you to see. Check this one out.
Let's go. I've seen that. That shit is funny, bro.
Atlanta is crazy.
Bro. What?
Skiing in Atlanta is crazy. I guess
that's hilarious.
I don't even know how he has them, but when else he gonna use them?
I know my boy only pop out once every now and then, but when he pop out with that shit. Oh boy, oh my
ATL.
Look at that boy. And he got the studs. Oh my God.
Bro got the chains on.
Oh wait.
What?
Bruh. Yo, look.
That's funny.
One thing I can tell you, bro.
I love Atlanta, bro.
I love Atlanta, bro. I was just about to say, I love Atlanta, man. we are literally the same people we were back then. Like, we gonna make the most fun out of everything. This is a serious situation, guys.
It is, but we are making fun of it. We're having a good time.
Did you see the 4-wheelers riding downtown?
I've seen, not just the 4-wheelers, I've seen folks with their Trackhawks, like the Hellcats.
Yeah.
Burnouts and stuff. I'm like, y'all ain't playing.
Yeah, bro, they enjoying it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it got scary that morning. I started driving that morning. I just started driving about.
You felt like it was
5 a.m.
Was it like slid and stuff?
And it was fine when I was driving. It had just started snowing. I was enjoying it. It was beautiful. And then on my last delivery, I couldn't get into the neighborhood.
Wow.
I parked it in the front and walked to the apartment. And bro, after that, I seen 3 accidents in front of me. People just sliding, trying to. They didn't put nothing on the roads.
Yeah, my brother-in-law told me when he was on his way back from work, that folks was hitting like stop signs, rolling back, all that stuff. It was crazy from what I heard. But
it was.
What's crazy though? Speaking about snow, we got snow here in Atlanta, but also in California, LA is burnt down. Like,
man, yo,
right
like it's crazy.
Like,
it's crazy that this is the reality that. It literally looks like this.
It's just
like what?
It's ridiculous, man.
We're gonna have to post that. But yeah, it's literally like it looks like it's fire on one side and it's ice and winter weather on this side.
What's your thoughts on that? Because I'm a bit confused about that whole. It's weird, bro. Like, man, even the fire out there is just like. How are, like, we have multiple areas burning at the same time, but the fire is not linked.
Man, look at this. I am happily. They call me a conspiracy theorist. I think that's a lot of our good dynamic, even on this show. I am a happy conspiracy theorist, and I'm here to tell you that something that to even look at this picture is visualizing to, first of all, global warming is changing everything. For the South to have snow and the West, the Midwest, the other side to be
being burned at the same time.
And I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, man. A lot of it isn't making sense to me. I get the snow part. You know, the earth is changing. The weather is changing. Each year we get something new that we didn't have last year. And that's just proof of global warming in itself. But the fact that these fires are spreading, man.
It's pretty strange. It's weird. You know, I have a lot of thoughts on that, but I'm gonna save some of those for now.
Yeah.
But it's pretty strange. Like, a part of me wanna say is there's something bigger happening that we don't know about.
So look, I do have a video that I asked you to play. And before we play it, I would like to hear your side of it. We kind of talked about it earlier, and the way you were leading, I want your side to be heard first.
Okay.
Because the video I'm going to show you and we going to show them is the opposite of what you're saying, but it's also the same thing. There's obviously a plan. There's obviously something happening. This can't just happen by itself. What you think?
I personally believe this was it was planned. You know,
Who you think? You think is?
I think Joe Biden has something to do with it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm
gonna keep it real. I just feel like, and the reason why I say that, I feel like, you know, Trump is about to be in office.
Yep.
And they're trying to leave a crisis for Trump to handle.
Yep.
So they can go ahead and blame him for the next election, saying, "Oh,
just like the TikTok thing."
Exactly. Trump didn't do what he supposed to do.
Biden has been doing tits and tat bits of things.
There's been a lot of weird stuff that he's been doing
that he can leave behind for the next candidate.
For the next candidate to use it as argument
and to deal with.
And that's and I notice Democrats do that a lot. Like, for example, let's talk about, you know, a big thing in the election was the whole Roe versus Wade or something like that, the abortion stuff.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, when Obama took office in 2008, they have the Senate and the House. He could have codified that.
Yep.
It wouldn't even be a conversation today.
Yep.
Why you didn't do it? But every election, they're using it as an
the same
argument.
Way he did gay marriage.
It just doesn't make any sense. So
change the biggest rule and then leave it for the next man too.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Democrats have a bad habit of like not doing what they're supposed to do, but use that same thing to make an argument why this person is not a good candidate. That's just my take on that.
Even though I and I'll say this proudly, I voted blue. I am going to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to say from me, the conspiracy theorist Mike, I think it was Trump. And
Trump what? The fire?
The fires.
You think so?
He had his hand on it. And this video that we're going to play,
I thought about that for a second.
Is going to explain it in depth.
Before we get into that video, because I did have, for a second, I thought about that too. I was like, what if, because look, these are just my opinions. I don't have facts.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you my thoughts.
That's what
At one point, I thought about maybe Trump, people set that on fire so that way, the California, because you know, California, they did like straight Democrats. They're blue all the way, you know, liberal.
Right.
Maybe he did that so that way they can come and beg him for help.
Now watch this. The reason why I'm asking you what you think is because to avoid repeating and repetition, I'm just gonna let you watch the video.
Okay.
And see how it lines up with what you just said, and just the other side of it. Because part of me also does feel like Biden, because Biden did some stuff with TikTok too. He put the bill in place that would hurry that shit up. He don't want it. I feel like in a lot of ways, Biden is trying to get his lick before he leave, or get his lick back for losing. I do believe that there's a space for that, you know.
So let me get this straight. In the last 2 days, fires have broken out in the Palisades, Pasadena, Sunset, and now Studio City.
Yep.
4 different places, miles apart. And according to ChatGPT, which I love so much, it is almost physically and scientifically impossible for 4 separate fires to break out that far apart.
Yeah.
In this way. Y'all, I do not want to sound like an alarmist or a conspiracy theorist or a contrarian, but this is starting to feel like eco-terrorism.
Eco-terrorism.
And I know I'm not the only one who is starting to get a very funny feeling about this natural disaster.
Were you guys prepared enough for this? Did we have enough resources to fight these fires?
No, LA County and all 29 fire departments in our county are not prepared for this type of widespread disaster. There are not enough firefighters in LA County to address 4 separate fires of this magnitude. We were prepared. We did get state pre-position resources that came from Northern California that were up in the Santa Clarita Valley. We did hire additional firefighters from the LA County Fire Department and pre-position them in the Santa Monica Mountains. The LA County Fire Department was prepared for 1 or 2 major brush fires, but not 4, especially given these sustained winds and low humidities. Like our Director of Emergency Management said, this is not a normal red flag alert.
I'm going to choose my words carefully. But when the dust and the ashes cleared, if we later find out that this was not natural, that this was man-made, and that it's not a coincidence that Los Angeles County, one of the richest and most vocal anti-Trump liberal hubs in the country, was intentionally set on fire in 4 different locations less than 2 weeks before that thing that you guys elected gets sworn in at his quinceanera on the 20th. If we find out this was man-made, we all know exactly where to look.
There's no places like California. I go to Austria. The head of Austria tells me, we have trees that are much more flammable than what you have in California. We never have forest fires because they maintain their forests. And you have all that water that could be used as water, what they call water flow, where the where the land would be damp.
It's not AI.
And you stop many of these horrible fires that are costing billions and billions of dollars by the federal government, etc.
Now, do you guys for 1 second think that Donald Trump is psychic and just magically predicted what's currently happening?
How did he say this before it happened?
Do you think it's just, him being so insightful that a political talking point that he used
he's not that smart.
to fearmonger Californians into voting for him suddenly ended up becoming a reality 10 days or so before his inauguration? Do you by any chance think that God said, let me help show the people that Trump was right? Like, come on.
We have some breaking news right now. Donald Trump just slammed California Governor Gavin Newsom and turned a tragedy into a political event. In a new post he just made to his Truth Social, Donald Trump writes, quote, Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snowmelts from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. Now the ultimate price is being paid. I will demand that the incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is the blame for this. Folks, this statement is abhorrent. Governor Gavin Newsom is not to blame for the wildfires breaking out. And if you recall, just months ago, Donald Trump threatened to withhold wildfire aid to California if he became president over political disagreements he has with Governor Newsom. Statements like these during a tragedy that's unfolding in California are not helpful.
And for any of you who are wondering why Trump seems so hyper fixated, not just on California, but on Gavin Newsom specifically, I don't know how else to say this. Gavin Newsom is low-key considered the white Barack Obama. He is attractive. He is charming. He's civically engaged. He knows how to get a crowd going. He is very charismatic in a way that Trump on his best day could not even conceive of. And he's also a white man. It's literally Trump's worst nightmare. And I don't think it's a coincidence that after murmurs started that Gavin Newsom would be a great person to run in the 2028 election, suddenly Trump became fixated on making the public
80% sold to them by the governor of California. So that's the reason. Donald Trump, when he was president, actually was trying to open up a dam to where like California could have access to their water. They did not allow it to go through. Gavin Newsom didn't allow it to go through. So all that stuff they're talking, I don't buy into it because I look at both sides.
So what they lead to, and like at the end of the video, what she's saying is
people are literally fleeing.
They didn't side with him.
He actually, I could see that part. I could see that.
Trump is like,
completely.
Let's burn it down. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that happening.
My only thing is with that is, I don't think he did it, but my only thing is,
I won't.
Him saying, he also talked about how he's not going to help them.
And I was proud
they
to
have a video on there too,
every single
at the end where he says, where they show him saying, when it burns down,
Google the term
I'm not helping
terrorism.
Yeah, they do the tit for tat right now.
I do not think
it
this is
kind of seems like
it is political. Like, don't get me wrong, it become a whole political
how the hell
issue.
you say that shit? How the hell you say that way before?
Honestly, we're not going to see. I'm pretty clear at this point.
So you remember recently what happened?
Because what terrorists do is target the innocent deliberately, and therefore my definition of terrorism is the systematic and deliberate attack, the murder, maiming, and menacing of innocents, of civilians, for political goals. I think that you can tell a lot about terrorists, but what happens when they come to power?
States, for the most part.
Right.
So Democrat did not help as much as they should. So now they're looking at like, oh, payback, which is bullshit. Obviously.
But we already know why Biden ain't helping. He mad. He lost. He already, you know what I'm saying? He's already doing, like we already said, he's already doing little tits and tats.
Yeah.
Because to get his revenge on not winning. But what I'm saying is, in doing that, he's also doing the opposite of what Trump said. So Trump said he wasn't going to help Cali. So now Biden just came out day before yesterday and said,
everything.
Whatever
you want,
need,
you can have
no
it.
matter the
for 180
money,
days.
Whatever the money, take it. And it kind of feels like we don't know which way to look because they're fighting in the middle of a fight.
Let's keep it a buck, bro. Like, people talking about Gavin Newsom is a white Obama. Man, screw that bull. Let's look at California, bro. Look at the homeless population over there.
Yeah.
Like, that guy ain't no good that guy is not good for society. Let's keep it real.
I think the only reason why they trying to make him look good is because, like, in this video they talk about it, he says, basically, he's like, dude, our city is burning down. For you to talk about, for Trump to say anything,
yeah, for sure, of course,
during this problem,
it don't need to be political.
Almost makes him look like
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like how you siding with the fire.
It is a crisis,
you know what I'm saying. We can all be enemies, but then when stuff get real,
put that to the side.
Like, okay.
No, I agree.
People
I agree
are dying. With that. And instead of doing that, he's like, yeah, that's that governor you got. That's that man, you know, and it's crazy.
Yeah, they need to get their acts together, bro.
I don't know, man. But
anyways.